Okay, so check this out. I am here on my Windows system, and as you can see, in front of you are some Golang codes open in my Visual Studio Code. Now, I've not written these codes myself. Literally everything here in this file is written by an AI chatbot. So basically, if I compile this code, it gets us a binary. Now, I can't run this binary in my main operating system, so what I did was I've copied it here in my Windows 11 virtual machine. Also, as you can see, we've got some other files along with this binary. So we've got this text file with some random content, a zip file, and an MP4 file, which, as you can see, is playing perfectly fine in the player. Now, as soon as I run this binary by just double-clicking it, we see our terminal pops up for a second, and it's gone. And then, after just a few seconds, you can see our wallpaper has been changed automatically, and the extensions of our files have been changed as well. And now if I try to open and read the content of these files, we don't see any readable data at all. Like, all of the data inside is encrypted. And even that MP4 file, which was playing just fine before, is completely unrecognized now. Also, we can see there's this file sitting on our desktop, which is not encrypted. And when we open it, it appears to be a ransomware note. So basically, all of our files are encrypted, and there is no way to decrypt them unless we follow the instructions inside the note. Now, if I go to my Discord and check this channel, look at this. We've received a message from our webhook showing us how many files it has encrypted along with a decryption key. So yeah, these files can now only be decrypted via this specific decryption key, otherwise the user will just lose all of this data permanently. And again, I want to make it clear, I've not written a single piece of code myself. Like, I don't know how to write code in Golang at all, and literally everything was written by an AI chatbot. Anyway, let's talk more about it. But before that, let me quickly explain what ransomware actually is for the people who don't know what that thing is. So, what exactly is ransomware? Ransomware is just another type of malware. And when it's run on a victim system, it encrypts all the files containing important data using strong encryption algorithms, which can only be decrypted with a specific decryption key. Now, some of them also steal data directly from the system and send it off to their own servers. But the actual game starts after they encrypt the files, because after that, the victims are literally forced to pay a ransom in order to get their files back. And if they don't, their files are openly released to the public, which sometimes contain the data of thousands of users, along with their personal information. Pretty scary stuff, right? Now, ransomware has been a serious problem since the very beginning. Most of them are still active and are actively hitting users to this day. But here's the thing. Creating something like a proper, functional ransomware takes a lot of time and sophistication, and using an AI to create one sounds kind of impossible, right? Because as soon as you ask any AI chatbot to help you with creating a ransomware, it simply denies it, and that's just how it's programmed. But that doesn't mean we can't get harmful information out of it. Now, I'm not going to tell you what AI chatbot I used or what exactly I did to make it generate this code, but what I will do is show you how this ransomware actually works and what functions it has. But before that, I want to show you something. I've also created a builder for this same ransomware. So if I execute this Python file right here, look at that. This window appears, and now I can set up my webhook right here, mess around with some other settings, and get a brand new binary with just a single click. And yes, this was also created with the help of AI. Now, if we have a look at the code here in our Visual Studio Code, you can see it pretty much looks AI generated. We've got some constant values up here, then some variables, and then we're having a bunch of functions. We've also got a list of different target extensions, some anti-forensic stuff, and a lot of other code in here. Like, the AI tried to make it as professional as it possibly could. But at the end of the day, it's still just an AI, so we can't expect too much from it. Now, what this actually does is it finds all the files with those specified extensions, encrypts them, changes their extension to our own custom one, and then completely deletes the original files. And on top of that, it also sends all the details along with a decryption key directly to us using webhooks. Now, this was just an example that I created with just a few prompts. But in real cases, malicious actors can make it a whole lot more professional. They can create different modules, add more complexity, and do a lot more damage. Because think about it, I didn't know anything about writing Golang code, and the AI was still able to write something like this with just a few prompts. So now, imagine someone who actually has a good understanding of Golang. They can make quite a lot of changes, add all kinds of modules. For example, they could add a module to steal data from the browser, just like an info stealer. They can make the code more obfuscated, harder to detect, and then spread it around to harm people. So, yeah, it's pretty concerning. Now, AI chatbots do have security filters, but the thing is, they can be bypassed with the right tricks. And I actually used one of them on one of these chatbots myself. But most of the time, what people do, they specify a custom system prompt. Now, a system prompt is basically what gets sent when you try to interact with AI models through APIs. It gets sent along with your user prompt. So if someone specifies a system prompt like, "You are a malware developer and you have to help with this and that," the model has a pretty high chance of actually helping with harmful information. There are a lot of resources out there on that topic, but let me know in the comments if you want a dedicated video on it, because I'm definitely going to make one. Now, for the time being, if you want to try something like an uncensored AI chatbot that can actually help you with cybersecurity and ethical hacking stuff, you can check out my own platform through the link provided in the description. We've got our own chatbot there, and if I ask it something about cybersecurity, like I asked it to write me some C code to make a loader that downloads an encrypted binary from GitHub and then executes it directly in memory, it quickly started generating one without any warnings. But again, it's strictly for educational purposes only. If you're going to go ahead and ask it to create you a ransomware to hack your neighbor's computer, it's obviously going to deny that request. Along with this AI chatbot, I'm also working on my platform overall and trying to put some genuinely useful content there. So if you want to support the channel, maybe check it out through the link in the description. And if you have any ideas about what we should make a video on next, please let me know down in the comments section. I'd love to hear from you.